Hey, hello. Through. We had an audio but be back. Hey, can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Mhm. Okay, we are good again. I don't know what happened, guys. That was just weird. Um, yeah, I still don't know what happened. Okay, Rob, ask some questions. Ask some questions. Or if you want, if you have a Discord, hit me up so you can be in the stream. Um, Oh yeah, I don't know about Lawler, man. I think it's a bit overrated. I don't think these would getting traded now. By the way, I think I said it earlier, but like I think that if it works well under the new head coach and he goes back to what he was doing in year two, keep him. If he's not improving, get rid of him. Like that's the best way I can put it for you. Yeah, good job. And yeah, Rob, just send me your Discord if you have one through through Twitter DM. So send that to me through there. Or you can just actually probably join through Skype as well. That could work. OBS is up. Um, I'm trying to get Zay to see if Zay wants to join, by the way. So yeah, either send Luke, just send me either that, Twitter DM me that, or like we can just do it through Skype. Whatever is easier for you. Okay. So I'll send you my my Discord on and through Twitter. Copy. And then I will send to you. So, alright, that bet. Yeah. Big, big bet. Shit, it got dark out since I came in. Man. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I'm calling you now, actually. Any basketball podcast recommendations? Rusty Mojo. I don't know if they're talking as much about basketball anymore, but still go check him out. Excuse me. Josh actually, my friend Josh and I, we're actually starting a podcast called the Double Bonus Podcast. You can go check that one out as well. It's in the link below probably. Anything else? There were a bunch of good ones. A lot of draft ones. Oh my god, I forget the name of it. There's just I forget the name of it, but I'll if I remember I'll tell you. But come on, answer the call. But I would definitely recommend watching the Rusty Mojo show. Great show. It is. There's just so many great basketball podcasts you could probably find. This isn't as much of a basketball podcast, but Peer to Peer is one of my favorite podcasts in general. Rob, what's going on? Are you gonna join? You gonna join the call?
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I didn't get my earbuds.
Yeah. Can you guys hear Romp in the chat? The chat
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, this is. Oh, I don't know.
Can they hear me?
I wonder if they can. I'm gonna ask guys. Can you guys hear Romp in the
yeah.
chat?
The one guy said, yeah.
All right. Well, my chat isn't loading like that right now. Okay. So
I got a question for you.
Yeah. What's the
You're a
question?
Celtics fan, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about their chances?
Considering that we probably have to face Milwaukee in a second now, not that high. Just
Interesting.
because in the funny thing is, it has nothing to do with Giannis. It has everything to do with Chris Middleton. Because Chris Middleton plays like Michael Jordan on steroids against us. And then it pissed me off because he played so well against us last year. And then he played like absolutely horrible against the Raptors. I'm like, why?
Yeah, he played horrible against
the Raptors. But he played so well. It's like he played so well against us. But it you know, I think we're gonna be fine. I think we'll be fine. That's the best way I can put it. I think we have a good chance against Philly. If Philly plays up to their full potential, it'll be harder, but you know, the chance we don't know about that. Like how aggressive is Ben Simmons going to be in the playoffs? I think that's what it depends on. But I have a hard. I'm scared of Milwaukee, and I have my doubts about us against what's it called? Toronto, because Toronto is such a well-coached team. Pascal Siakam's really good. Kyle Lowry's really good. All those guys. So.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, like I think the Raptors are gonna win the East, but
no, I think Giannis is on a mission.
I'm not afraid of Milwaukee, bro. I'm not afraid of Milwaukee.
Oh, I'm afraid of Milwaukee.
I'm a Boston fan and a Sixers fan and a Toronto fan. I'm not afraid of Milwaukee.
I'm afraid of Milwaukee.
I think
Giannis is on a mission.
That's true.
Giannis is on a mission. I could see like when I remember like the clip of him walking out all mad after they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like that wasn't like Embiid's crying was like, okay, yeah, I would cry, I would bawl my eyes out too. Like if that happened to me, if I sat understood where he was because he was close to the basket, and I saw that ball bounce like 3 times and go in, and then you lose the series because of that, like I would cry my eyes out too.
I still
But
have
like,
dreams about that one.
yeah, but like,
Nightmares.
yeah. But like when I saw the video of Giannis, he just looked so pissed off. Like he looked like I'm coming back. And the fact that he's not a good 3-point shooter by any means, but you have to respect the fact that he takes them now.
Yeah.
That just adds another element to Milwaukee.
Yeah, like if you leave him butt naked open, he's gonna shoot it. Same with Zion. Zion shoots 3 if you disrespect him. Ben Simmons doesn't do that though. That's the thing.
Ben, it's funny because like I think it was Kevin O'Connor who said that story about Ben. It was like, you know, he does all of his most of his drives are to the right side. He finishes with his right hand, but why does he shoot with his left hand? It didn't make sense to him. Like,
I mean, I think it's just he's been shooting lefty all his life.
Yeah, like OJ Barrett's like that as well. I remember that.
What do you think, RJ?
OJ Barrett was like that as well. Because OJ Barrett is right-handed, but he shoots and does everything basketball-wise with his left hand.
That's crazy. Did you see the Woj put out like 3 hours ago that Tom Thibodeau is like going to be the head coach for the Knicks?
I hope they unhire him just for the sake of OJ's development.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna tweet free RJ.
Free RJ. Free Mitchell Robinson. Hell, free Julius Randle. Like at this point, like.
Nah, he's good there. He can stay. Make him go through it.
Make him go through it. I don't know what happened to Mitchell Robinson. He actually was really good on the Pelicans. And he was solid in LA. I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, Thibs does suck, by the way. I will never forgive Thibs for what he did to Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn had so much promise coming out of Providence, and Thibs messed it up. And then Thibs just messed it all up by giving him the most inconsistent minutes possible. I remember because, like, I could only imagine what Chris Dunn was going to, because I remember he played when we played in Minnesota and when they were in Boston, and Chris Dunn's from Connecticut, so like he stretched the New England, so they went to go watch the game in Boston. His family showed up, and he barely played. Like that has to feel deflating, like to anyone. But I think Chris Dunn will be fine. I think Chris Dunn gets a lot of hate for no apparent reason. Like he's just a defensive-minded point guard that does what he does. He's not going to live up to the top 5 expectations anymore, but
that's kind of gone. Like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, at this point, it's gone. But he wanted Draymond to Marcus Teague in 2012. Yeah, every clock is right twice a day, so it's all. And it's also he was a horrible head coach. His just rotation sucked, and he just didn't mess well with young players. Like I think the only young player to ever benefit from Thibs was Jimmy Butler. Like, if we're being honest with ourselves, like Derrick Rose was like. He ruined Derrick Rose's career. Like, that's another thing I will never forgive him for. Like, he took away Derrick Rose's Hall of Fame career from him. Like, Derrick Rose right now, if it wasn't for Thibs, I believe is one of the best point guards in the league, if not the best point guard in the league. I think that if Derrick Rose is healthy and he's in his prime, like, and he is where he was expected to be in 2015, I think they beat the Warriors in the finals because I think that they would have beaten Cleveland in the second round with the Derrick Rose that they had. So, like, if they have peak Derrick Rose in that 2015 playoffs, I think they win the title that year. But
I agree.
Yeah, it's just so the Derrick Rose thing pisses me off more than the Chris Dunn thing because like Chris Dunn would have been a solid point guard, like. Derrick Rose would have been one of the best players we've ever seen.
If he didn't go. It's so crazy with Derrick Rose how he changed his style so much. Like,
oh yeah, I saw that video you did about that.
Bro.
That was really good.
Like I respect him so much for that because that's hard as hell. Like,
I know, like
a lot of players wouldn't do that.
Yeah, because like I don't know, and I wouldn't blame a lot of players for doing that. Like you had this Hall of Fame career in front of you, and it just got taken away from you. I'd understand if you just give up after that, like. And invest your money right, but he decided I still want to play, and he's been playing fine. I would love to see Cole Anthony go to Detroit to get mentored under Derrick Rose. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I think Lobel said something about that. But
it's gonna be interesting to see if like how John Wall comes back because like
I know that's another one.
He's gonna be.
But John Wall's a good enough playmaker that he'll still average like 7 assists per game at worst. But that was tough because like, I remember he comes off that great just like 23 and 10. And I'll be honest with you, like I think it was close between him and Isaiah Thomas, or who was the best player in that Washington versus Celtics series, which was easily the most entertaining series in that playoffs. Like I don't think it was even close. But like, there was no other series that was that entertaining. And it just looked like he was on the up and up. I was predicting him to win MVP the following year. And then like he just dealt with injuries. I think people forget they almost beat Toronto the next year as the 8th seed. Like I don't think people remember that. Like it looked like for a time that Washington was gonna win that series. Like I wouldn't have been shocked if Washington won that series, but they lost in the first round. Then they missed the playoffs because of the injuries again, and now it looks like they're in rebuilding mode. Of course, I doubt
they have one more year.
With
Wall and Beal, and if that doesn't work out, then just scrap it.
Yeah, I think that's the smart idea, I would say. Of course, I've gotten a lot of heat for this, but I do have Wiseman going 9th overall to them, so that could be a nice little pickup. But
9th overall?
Yeah. I don't think he's that good. I'll be honest with you.
I don't think he's that good either.
It's like I think he has potential. I will say this. He has potential.
He goes to the right team.
It's just like the thing is like Golden State would be the right team for him, but I would take Okongwu. But the thing is like they should take Okongwu because Okongwu's a better player.
Big O's the best big in the draft. Best big in the draft. With you on that, 100%.
Like I think that would be the move personally. I do think though that he does. It's not like listen. I'm not in the crowd of like he's not a top 20 player in the draft. Like he's still 9th on my big boy, which is why I have him going 9th. But I don't think he's as good as the mainstream media thinks he is. Like the mainstream media is pushing him like he's this all-time great big center prospect. I'm like, he's like a Son Whiteside, DeAndre Jordan. Like he's no Joel Embiid. Like if you put Marvin Bagley the third and James Wiseman side by side, like you take Marvin Bagley the third 10 times out of 10. Like that's the way I think about it. Like, and the thing I also think is for me is, I'm not that high on Evan Mobley, and I think Evan Mobley is a much better prospect than him.
Yeah, I'm not too high on Evan Mobley either.
But like, I think and Wiseman got cooked by Evan Mobley when they went head to head. Like it was like Evan Mobley had this dunk on Wiseman. I want to say it got SportsCenter top 25, SportsCenter top 10, but I can't be too sure about that. But it was not a good look on Wiseman. But Evan Mobley probably would be a top 3 pick in this draft. I think he's a lot more talented than Wiseman is. And I just think the problem with Mobley isn't his talent. It's just his motive more than anything. It's like he doesn't bring it on a basis that you would expect him to. But I think he's a solid prospect. I think he's really like there was a play. Where was it? Oh, he was against Camden, Lance Ware and DJ Wagner's team. He takes the ball coast to coast, drives into like the paint, drives back out, and hits a pull-up mid-range shot. Like that's talent. Like it's not that he isn't talent.
It's crazy.
It's like I feel like he just isn't aggressive enough. Like he knows he's a great perimeter player, and doesn't use that to his advantage.
Going back to James Wiseman, I think the mainstream media is picking him up because the draft class ain't too crazy. You got
Edwards and LaMelo.
Yeah, and that's basically it. So
those are the big names.
7-foot player.
I think though, but it's like I don't understand why they're doing this. Like hyping up James Wiseman, even though he only played 3 games, and his EYBL tape and his high school tape isn't anything spectacular. And but they don't drop, but they drop like Cole Anthony like out of the lottery when Cole Anthony's problems are really about the structure of the team around him, and his UYBL tape and his high school tape is incredible. Like I don't understand that. Like I still think Cole Anthony is one of the 6 best players in this draft. Like that's like it's absurd that he's fallen as far as he has.
I saw Cole Anthony play live against Syracuse this year, and he was hitting pull-ups. I think he had one of his best games. He was going off. Like he is like the main thing you need to have in today's NBA. Create your own shot. A lot of people are overlooking that.
I think people are looking at the percentages, like they're looking at the inefficiency, but
UNC sucked.
It was him and Garrison Brooks as far as offense goes. Like I think Armando Bacot is actually a good defensive player, but he's nothing offensive. I'm looking up something because like I made this point in a video talking about his splits, and I think this goes to show like how much like teams value it. The team needed him, and it was so. I think I might have a graphic actually of it. Let me find it.
Yeah, he had 25 against Syracuse with 7 threes. It was wild.
Yeah, he's a good 3-point shooter. I think that people overlook that.
He's really patient too. Yeah. Like it's hard to describe, but he has like this patience to him when I was watching him live, and he seemed really in control, and he just seems like he's smart too.
He is. Seems like a good leader as well.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a stat. In the 12 losses at UNC this year, he averaged 16.8 points a game, 4.6 rebounds a game, 3.3 assists per game, so 34% from the field, 27% from 3 on 6.4 attempts. In the wins, he averaged 20.5 points per game, 6.3 rebounds a game, 4.8 assists per game, so 42.9% from the field, and 43.8% from 3 on 6.4 attempts. So it's clear to me that his team just needed him to play well more than anything. Like,
I also seen you're a big Tyrese Maxey guy.
I'm a huge Tyrese Maxey guy. I was a big on him. He was number 6 on my board to start the year. I was super high on him, and I've been super high on him ever since. It's a weird year because like you have to base a lot of it because like there isn't a lot of college tape, so you can base what you can off college tape. But then you also have to, like, for the freshman, you have to go back on that EYBL tape as well. Just because, like, to see, like, okay, like, was he bad enough from this point to this point? Like, Tyrese Maxey wasn't as good at Kentucky as he was in the EYBL circuit, but he wasn't that much worse. So, like, it wasn't enough to move him down the board. To me at least. But I always say this about me and my mock drafts and things like that. I'm like, I'm no expert. I'm just trying to have fun. Like I'm no Jay Billis. I'm no Evan Daniels. I'm no Mike Smith, who should be doing the high school rankings, by the way. Like I'm just no expert.
Thinking basketball.
I'm no scout. Luckily I'm no scout with Brian. I'm no scout with. I'm no ball don't stop. Luckily as well. But did you see Jamal Crawford? What are your thoughts on the Jamal Crawford signing? I want to hear your thoughts on this.
I see you. I seen you. You always kind of like you always dishing him, man.
Listen, the problem is there's a problem with them. When you're one of the worst players on one of the worst teams in the league, and you're 40 years old. That signals to me that you're done.
Yeah.
He also signed Michael Beasley as well. I'm like, what are the Nets doing?
Yeah. I mean, the
Nets are tanking.
So
the Nets are tanking in the bubble. The Nets are tanking.
In the bubble, yeah, but
they're tanking.
I guess I like watching Jamal Crawford play.
Well, you like watching his highlights.
I like seeing his triple crossover through the legs, step back, cheese, and then brick. So I'm just happy to see that. I mean,
in Brooklyn,
there's not much to see on the defensive ends, so. But yeah, I'm hyped to see him jack up shots.
Oh, him and Michael Beasley are gonna average like 80 shots combined between the two of them. I feel so bad for Karis LeVert. I feel so bad for Karis LeVert because Karis LeVert's a legit. Caris LeVert is a legit guy. I don't think people remember this, but before that horrific injury he suffered, I think it was like the D'Lo year.
He was injured all throughout college.
Yeah, it's like he would have been a lottery pick had he not been injured, in my opinion. But people feel like it looked like he low-key could have been an all-star that year if he played the full year, if he didn't get injured, obviously. And then Coach D'Lo made the team.
He was better than D'Lo, I'm just saying.
Oh, I've had many people come about me about D'Lo. About my takes about D'Lo. Because someone came at me because someone said, I did listen because he's a big D'Lo fan, and he said, like, oh, I can't believe people think that like it was like De'Aaron Fox, Spencer Dinwiddie, I think a few other players were better than D'Angelo Russell. And I say, well, yeah, De'Aaron Fox is better than D'Angelo Russell. Like, it's kind of obvious. And he got into debate. Said, show me the stats. I showed him the stats. I showed him that D'Angelo Russell wasn't as efficient, doesn't get to the line as much. I showed him the stats that he's not as good of a defensive player, and he doesn't have as much of an impact on winning. Like, I find, De'Aaron Fox almost getting the Kings to the playoffs with Luke Walton as his head coach, better than D'Angelo Russell getting his team to the playoffs with Kenny Atkinson as his head coach. Like, I find
why they fire him?
They should fire him. I don't know why they hired him. Like,
why did they fire Kenny, bro?
Because of Kyrie and KD.
Yeah,
and it's crazy to think because like I wouldn't fire him, but like when you decide to max players, you kind of gotta listen to what they gotta say. Like
that is true. Like, but still, that's kind of I don't know. Kyrie's kind of weird. He goes through phases.
I did like his most recent phase though. He stands about giving players a voice, but I think Kyrie is actually a lot better than a lot of people do think.
I think he's misunderstood.
I think he is. I think people because I don't think I think he does what he does. Like I think personally he wasn't the most talented teammate and he wasn't quote unquote the best teammate next to LeBron, but he was the best fit next to LeBron because he just run out, he scored and gave you 5 assists. That's all he needed to do.
It's kind of off track, but you know how he said the world is not flat?
Yeah. I mean, the earth is flat. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
I think the earth might be flat. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but
the government be lying to us.
Say it. The media twisted it. I heard in a podcast clip that the reason he said that, he was just trying to get the point out that just think for yourself rather than just listen to people around you to form your opinion. He wasn't saying that. He was just using that as an example or something like that. I heard him say that in a podcast. So the media just kind of screwed him on that.
Yeah. The earth might be flat though. The government is always lying to us. So thank you for that about you. Dave Yeager was Dave Yeager.
Think what you like to think. That's what I would say. I don't really care.
All I'm saying is look up to the sky. It's flat. It's not round. But Dave Yeager. Was good for Dave Yeager was good for the Kings. I don't know why they fired him and hired Luke Walton. Dave Yeager's a good head coach. He should get a chance.
Who's the Memphis Grizzlies head coach?
JB Bickerstaff.
His name?
I think it's JB Bickerstaff or something like that.
No, it's Taylor Jenkins.
Yeah.
Bro, he should win Coach of the Year, low key.
Okay.
I saw a clip. I was researching for the D'Anthony Melton video, and D'Anthony Melton was like, yeah, sometimes we just play kickball.
I love a coach like that. I never played high school basketball, but I did run track my freshman year. And our coach, I ran distance. So distance was you would go run around the school. You wouldn't run around the school. You would go out, you would run downtown because the school I went to wasn't far from downtown. So you would run downtown, run around the beaches, things like that, and then come back. You'd run 5 miles a day for practice. And he knew we weren't doing it. And he just knew. He just knew we weren't. We would go down to we would always pack money in our pockets and go downtown, do stuff like that. We would go to get pizza or something. Because a 5 mile run, you can, if you think about it, and you're not going full speed, obviously, but if you're just jogging, it takes you about the same amount of time it would to get a pizza. So we would do that stuff. But
I'll say this: running is underrated.
Running is underrated. It's so much harder than people think it is. Like, people don't understand the amount of training. Like, I was a much better sprinter probably than I was a distance runner. I never actually did sprints, but because like they had a bunch of guys, like you wouldn't be going to a lot of meets if you did sprinting because we had a good sprinting team. I was decent at it. I wasn't good enough to like go to away meets. I was good. There was a higher chance of me going to away meets if I did distance. I wasn't good at it at all, but I also like I stopped running after like not like running for the school. I still run to this day. Like I still use the exercise bike, do my like 10 miles a day on the exercise bike, things like that. But I just stopped trying. I get like halfway through my freshman year in track. Like I just stopped trying. Like, I still started to practice, but I wasn't working on improving. I just wanted to get through that year and just not do it ever again. But yeah.
I mean, I feel like running was ruined for me during basketball because at the end of practice, get on the line, and that kind of ruined for me. But then like during quarantine, when everything was closed, like the courts and stuff like that, it kind of was like, oh, I'm bored as fuck.
Oh, so you run? That's what I did.
Yeah. It feels good,
Yeah, I've been working on things. I've been working on improving my vertical during quarantine. Just doing like jumping drills and things like that. Just trying to get my vertical up. Like I can fully dunk on an 8-foot rim. I can rim graze on a 9-foot. Like I can like get the ball like to the point in the net where I can kind of push it in, and I can almost touch rim on 10. Like that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I used to be able to dunk, but I haven't been working out.
I'm also like 5'10".
Crazy.
So
yeah.
I'm under
6 foot.
I'm like 5'10". It's so funny because I had a major growth spurt between 8th grade and my freshman year. Where I went from like 5'6" to like 5'9", and then from into the entirety of high school, I only grew 1 inch. So I went from 5'6" to 5'9", and in the span of like over a summer, and then I grew 1 inch throughout high school. I don't mind being 5'10" though. You just fit in with a bunch of people. Like you're 6 foot, you can get away with it. Like I feel bad for like Rusty because he's like 6'4" and he can't dunk. But
I would say I'm like 6'1", 6'2" now. But it's weird. Like I feel like I'm like not that tall.
Oh, you do. Basketball. I hate people that are like, "Oh, you're so tall." I'm like, I'm 5'10". Like I'm not that tall. I'm like the height of a cornerback, a small cornerback at that. Like.
Yeah, but like in terms of basketball, we're small as fuck.
I know, it's just like that. It's like your high school basketball team sucked when the starting center was like 6 feet. Like, and no offense, like
that's insane.
Yeah, like on my high school, I was starting center. Actually, my freshman year, the starting varsity was actually like I want to say 6'5", 6'6", or center. Not really a true center. We didn't play him like a center. It's like when I watched Mayfair with Josh Christopher. Josh Christopher was the tallest player on that team. So he technically was the center, but he basically played the shooting guard spot. He was the offensive creator. So we had like that for 2 years. And then we got a guy in between my sophomore year who was our starting center who was like 6'1". And then we got a guy who was like 6'5". He was a freshman who was 6'5", and he's okay. He's more of a baseball guy though, but we had one kid who was insane. He went on to play baseball in college as a pitcher, but he had this crazy putback. And he was a white kid, extremely athletic. Like he could legit dunk. We had a few guys who could legit dunk. I will say that. Like we had guys who could dunk. Like, and that's a requisite of really having a good basketball team. You got guys that can dunk, you're good, apparently. But
that is true.
Like look at the team. That's why Zion's high school team was so successful because his team had the 2 guys that could dunk in the entire league. him and the other guy who could dunk on that team were the only two guys in the entire league that could dunk a basketball. So that's why they won every game. You probably have seen his high school highlights, right? Yeah. Do you see them? Oh my god! Like, have you seen the competition he's going up against? Like, I saw I saw a high school where they had the fans stand on a stage. I'm like, dude, high school's that small? Your gym is, because my high school gym was gigantic. Like, we had a whole upstairs track, and we had 2 full courts that you could split into about 4 half courts. So you can run AAU games and things like that if you needed to. But like I saw, it was like one small gym that he was playing in, and they had a stage in the back of the gym.
Really?
Yeah, and it was actually really cool though because they had the student section stand on the stage, so it was really cool. But could you imagine like you're in the student section, you see this big body dude just jump and just block you guys saw?
My high school's pretty big too. And we would hold a hoop group, hoop group event every year.
Yeah.
And Cam Reddish came the one year, even so though I feel like he didn't even try.
Cam Reddish doesn't try. I was saying Cam Reddish just doesn't try, and he's an effortless scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about it.
He played against this dude known as Tyrese Martin. He was in my area. He goes to Rhode Island now. And, like, Tyrese outplayed him, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he did, but it was close. It went to overtime. I'm reading the article now. And I think, Cam Reddish's team won by 2 points, but the atmosphere was freaking crazy. And there's a video up if you want to watch it.
I will watch that sometime. The thing I've heard about Cam Reddish is that, like, he's, like, one of the hardest players people have had to guard in high school. I think Edwards said he was the hardest player he ever had to go up against.
Yo, look up Cam Reddish versus Tyrese Martin on YouTube. That'll come up. It's freaking crazy. There were so many damn people there. That's my high school, though.
Oh, wow. It's like one of the first things that popped up. Oh, they have interviews and everything. I don't know if I can play it right now because of copyright stuff. But But I'll watch that after. Looks insane. No, but my favorite thing about the interview when they asked Cam Reddish, Anthony Edwards about Cam Reddish, was Trent Watford, who he's at LSU now. He goes, yeah, Cam dropped 40 on us. And then Anthony Edwards just looks at him like, 40? And he goes, and then Trent asked him like, oh, what did he drop on you? And he said, I ain't going to tell you what he dropped on us, but it was more than 40. And I can't find the clips of it anyway.
Dude, Cam Reddish didn't even seem to go off, but it says he had 32 points here. And I feel like he wasn't trying at all. Like, he was just lost.
Oh, it's like Andrew Wiggins. So, like, you won't notice him the entire game, and then you look up at the scoreboard and you're like, how the hell does he have 40 points?
Yeah. I had a
Damian Lillard's like that as well. Like, I remember seeing, I said Damian Lillard's like that in a good way, because I remember I saw him playing live, and he had foul trouble in the first half. He had like 3 points, and I'm watching the game. Isaiah Thomas is going off, CJ's going off, and I look up, and Damian Lillard has 28 points. Like, when the hell did this happen?
Damian Lillard's so good, bro.
I know.
It's probably the only person I would consider trading for if we wanted to split up Ben and Joel.
Damian Lillard, I know, he's so, like, that shot he hit against OKC is like one of the best shots I've ever seen. Like, and then the wave, like, that was just so disrespectful.
Legendary, truly. He was great.
But I saw him play live. I saw CJ play live, and then the second game I ever saw, I wanted to see Dirk play before he retired. This was when he had Dennis Jr. And Dennis Smith Jr. was doing some of the most crazy shit in warm-ups.
Of course he was.
Now he's like, people say like, if we're talking about pure athletes, not like skill, but at the point guard spot, but it's based on pure athleticism. He's a top 5 athlete at the point guard spot ever. Like the things he's able to do, and this is like, mind you, coming off like an ACL too. Like that's absurd. Like most players aren't able to do that off an ACL too. Like, and he's still. Is it like something in his like knee or something? Where he has like extra like tendonitis or something, and it's something extra like like something in his knee that like allows him to jump higher and bounce back from injuries like that better.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I hope he can turn it around.
I got something to throw at you. I got a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You know how like Luka Doncic is kind of like loved around the NBA Twitter?
Yeah.
And just the NBA world right now?
Yeah. I see it.
You think the fans are ever gonna turn on him like they did Harden? I feel like Harden and
I
like
think
very similar.
Well, people were hating on James Harden early. Rudy, how you doing? By the way,
What's up, Rudy?
Cheez-Its.
Making me hungry, bro.
I know. I was eating oatmeal squares yesterday on stream. I was in bit. Who's a better prospect long term, Amani or Cade? Cade, I've said that before. But
Cade. You love Cade, bro.
I'm a huge Cade. I might, and this is keep it on. I do things. This is a big if. I might be a bigger Cade fan than Robel. And that says a lot because Robel is a huge Cade fan as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm a bit less reasonable with mine. Like I'm more like, I think I might be a bit higher on him. Actually, probably not. I think Robel and I are about the same on him. Like we both think he's a generational talent. I think he's the second best prospect I've ever seen, and that's like of all time. That's like since taking it seriously in 2015.
Yeah, I saw your video.
Yeah. I think Amani is a special prospect in his own right, though. Like the stuff he's doing at his age is absurd. Like I said it in the video I made about him. Like what he's doing now, what he did as a sophomore was better tape than what I saw from Ingram as a senior.
Yeah, he's gonna be legit. I haven't watched enough to really.
Oh no, I don't blame you. Like I just watched it on a whim. I promised myself, I won't take him seriously. He's a sophomore. I'm like, okay, I'll watch one game, and then I watched another game, and then another game, and it got to the point I'm like, oh my god, he could play college. I kind of forgot he was a sophomore. Like he's so good. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Rudy. But I do think though, I don't know if he's better than Paulo. I'm big on Paulo as well.
You think? Really?
I'm big on Paulo Banchero as well. So as it's like everyone else in draft Twitter. No, but Paulo Banchero, like he passes well, he rebounds well, he plays defensively well. He's improving as a shooter. He's 6'9", 235, and has all the skills you want out of someone who can play the small forward or power forward. And he's 17 at that size.
Yeah, I'll give you credit, bro. You really like know your stuff on the draft stuff, like.
Oh no, I still have
time. Put in, like you like watch film and stuff.
Oh, that's the key because I know it is. It's the key because like again, like I said it in the Jalen Green video today, and I think Robel mentioned this as well. It's like when you watch Jalen Green, if you watch the highlights, you would think he would have this. You think he has this super tight handle, but when you watch the tape, his handle's relatively loose. It's like he's pretty like carefree with that thing, and that's why he leads to turnovers. I'm like, so you have to watch the tape. Like you can't just watch the highlights. Like because highlights only show what's good. Like, and that's the
That
case.
is true. That is true. I gotta work on that, but I don't say I'm an expert. I just look at
I'm not
underrated
expert
players.
either.
I just like looking at underrated players, to be honest.
Oh yeah, there's a joy in that.
For some reason.
Thank you, Rudy, for the shout out. It's like I just think the 2021 NBA draft is going to be so loaded that's like,
oh yeah, I'm excited.
I know it's going to be so fun. It's like, and I know like we said the same thing about 2017, and I think it's been good, but it's like it's weird. 2017's been great, but it's not because of the players we thought were going to make it great. like we thought it was going to be like Marco Fultz, Lonzo Ball, Josh Jackson. Those were going to be the guys that made that draft class great. But you know who ended up making that draft class great? De'Aaron Fox, Jason Tatum, Jonathan Isaac, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo. Just the guys we didn't expect. Except for probably Tatum.
That's what I'm saying though. Like everyone's criticizing this year's draft class.
Oh no, I think compared to other years, it's like weak as how I view them as prospects. But it's way too early to say that it's going to be a weak draft.
It's who I think has all-star potential?
Who?
Oh, I just fall in love with him every time I watch him.
Who?
Devin Vassell.
Oh, I like Devin Vassell as well. I could see him going top 10. I think I have him like 11. I have him 11 on my board.
His shot creating capability is underrated, and he's an unbelievable defender.
It's funny because like this draft, like there's pushing guys that I just don't think are as good as like the media's pushing them to be like Obi Toppin. Like,
oh yeah,
he's okay. It's just
I put him 11 in one of my mock draft videos, and the comment section was trying to crucify me.
I had him. I don't go past 10 on my mock drafts because I do I do a lot of talking on my more recent ones, so it would be. Honestly, there's some late round gems. Yeah, there's some late round gems in this draft. There could be. This could be one of those drafts. But they get back.
Desmond Bane.
Desmond Bane. That's Rusty's guy. I'm a big Poku guy. Big Poku guy. Thomas Ramsey.
Yeah,
I like Ramsey. I think he. A guy that I think that will be viewed as a sleeper, but he's actually going back to college is Jeremiah Robinson Earl. I like him a lot. He's going back to college.
Oh, Elijah Hughes is the other one.
Oh. You know what? One player that is intriguing to me is Theo Malden, because there's so many different opinions on him.
I feel like the Spurs are going to draft him, bro.
I think they might. That's real.
Just because like Popovich will be like, oh, he looks like Tony Parker. He plays like Tony Parker.
Yeah, but Pop probably. But but Pop's out of tune. Pop's so out of tune. You know he's out of tune. No one we know he's out of tune. I think they are. I wouldn't.
Dude, I don't want him to go.
No, Pop's so out of tune. I'm like, who thinks that building a team around DeMar DeRozan or Marcus Aldridge is a good idea in 2020? Like, who does that?
You know what they should do? Oh my God, I just came up with the best NBA plan.
What?
They should just not have coaches or staff there. It should just be freaking players. No coaches and the players coach. Boom.
If there's a I don't think that would work because you got teams like Brooklyn. How the hell are they going to do that? Because Kyrie and KD aren't going to the bubble. Do you imagine?
Kind of cut out there. I don't know.
No, I said, what about a team like Brooklyn where Kyrie and KD won't be there?
Chris Chienzo will be the coach.
Yeah.
You know that guy? Do you see his story?
Yeah.
Like a trash food they gave him.
Yeah. If there's going to be a combine, because if there is, Cassius Young will go first round. I don't know about that because people already know that he jumps high. He actually was a lot better than I thought he was going to be at Duke this year. I will say that.
I'm sleeping on Cassius Stanley.
I have him like a late first, early second round. But I do feel like, he was better than I thought he would be. Like, I didn't think he was going to be as good as he was this year. Had you guys get into college and high school basketball? I've wanted to get into it for some time. I think it's just like you can only watch so much NBA basketball. He's kind of ventured to other things.
I think I'm becoming more of a college fan now that I'm making video. Basically, my channel is like draft prospect stories.
Oh yeah,
so.
My channel is so much. I still post NBA videos from time to time, but I'm going through my last few videos. One's on Jalen Green, Kate Cunningham, James Wiseman, Jaden Hardy, Paolo Banchero, Big O, Tyrese Maxey. It's just a lot of draft stuff now. That's stealing as an all-around game, I guess.
I
don't know.
Does he have an all-around game?
All-around great athlete. I'll give him that much.
He's a cool dunker.
Oh, he is. I love because like I don't mind the fact that he's older than most people, than like a lot of the other people in his draft, because he's born in.
I hate that.
I don't mind that. Say that. It's like you're like, hey, you don't know what's going on in his personal life. Like there might be reasons why he's not where he is. Like with Kyrie Walker, like a lot of people don't know about Kyrie Walker the fact that he went through like something with a family member, like. So like that mentally probably affected him, and that's probably why he probably wasn't able to do what he was going to do. But I don't mind it because like people were hating on the fact that like he was doing this crazy stuff, and like it's not that impressive. Because remember when his mixtape dropped, like the freshman one, and like it's like, but he's like 16, so it doesn't matter. It's not that impressive. Like no, what he's doing athletically is impressive if you're 25, let alone 16. And it's funny because Duke made a mixtape of the best dunks ever from their school's history. And weirdly enough, I think there were more Cassius Stanley dunks than there were Zion Williamson dunks. Vernon Carey underrated. I don't know about that.
He has flashes, but he's very like...
He's an old school center.
It's interesting at times. Kind of reminds me of Julio, to be honest.
If he was going into a draft in like anything pre-2015, he probably would be a top 3 pick, just based off his stats alone. Doesn't seem to shoot threes at a high volume, so his numbers aren't that good. Cassius is a solid passer, shooter, can defend and get offensive rebounds. I honestly think he's a good value in the second round. I think he could go in the late first round. I'm not hating on him. I just don't think he's much. I think he's just going to be like a Derrick Jones Jr. type. Which, by the way, Derrick Jones Jr. is an underrated basketball player. He's more than a dunker. Like you don't just get minutes on a playoff team like Miami if you're just a dunker. He's more than a dunker. But I do feel like, I think Cassius will follow suit with that.
Tillman's underrated.
Yeah, Tillman. It's like, it's so funny. Like, after the first 10 to 13 guys on my board, like watching these guys is kind of tedious. It's just kind of like it feels like a chore. Like after Edwards and LaMelo, everything else kind of feels like a chore to do. Like I enjoy watching LaMelo and I enjoy watching Edwards tape, but after that, even with Nico Congu, who's like one of my favorite players, it just kind of feels tedious and like a chore to watch and play.
I pray to God my team doesn't draft Trey Jones.
I know. It's going to be crazy because it's going to be the first year in like forever where Duke player doesn't go in the lottery. Think about that. No Duke player will go in the lottery. They'll bounce back, obviously, because they have Jalen Johnson next year. But it's going to end that streak. I like him too. Johnson.
He's probably my favorite.
My favorite's Kuminga.
I don't think he's...
My favorite player, not named Cade, is Kuminga.
Yeah.
Kuminga's because Kuminga, how he's able to dominate the game the way he does, and he has the skills, but the fact that he doesn't even look like he knows what he's fully doing, he kind of looks like a superhero when he first gets his powers and doesn't know what he's doing with them, but you kind of know he'll figure it out eventually. Like that's the way I feel about Kuminga. Like. That's the way I feel.
Kuminga's good.
He's so good.
He's number 2.
I think he's number 2 as well. I
and
think.
then I'm gonna say Jalen Johnson number 3.
Oh, I have
like
Green 3. I have Green 3, Boston 4, I have Johnson 5. But I think 3 through 5 is very debatable. DG's still gonna pop off next year. He could. I will say that he could. I like Roach a little more than Stewart, I'll be honest with you, but he could. He could. I think Jalen Johnson being rated like 11th by ESPN is ridiculous, by the way. I do think it's a lot to do with the fact he barely played this year. Because like, I think didn't you ask Robel to make a video about it? And Robel's like, there's like no high school tape on him. Yeah, which sucks. Because I would have loved to make a video about him, but I just don't have enough tape to watch off him. Like, I can find Cade's games. I can find Kuminga's games. He got kicked out for his failed drug test. Are you kidding me? Wait, I gotta look this up.
Wait, Jalen Johnson.
Failed drug test. I heard he left IMG because I heard he was IMG was
the
because
most popular rumor is failed drug test or I don't know.
I don't know, man. Those IMG kids look like they're taking steroids. I'm not gonna lie. So it probably was recreational.
Yeah, trying to cover it up. Well,
there's no
my
drug
favorite
test.
Prospect is a drug addict. Wow, that's great.
That's good. I don't think it would be steroid related because there's no way I'm looking at those guys that play IMG and saying that not that all of them are taking steroids. I'm not saying all of them are, but at least one of them has to be taking steroids. Like, they just look like superhumans at IMG.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh my! It says that it was cocaine.
No, he wouldn't, because he would have been arrested. They would have arrested him.
I'm kidding.
No, they would have. They would have arrested him. It probably was like weed or something, which I don't think should be illegal anyway. But he got caught smoking pot in the dorm. Why would you smoke pot on an IMG campus? That's a good question. Like that place, like, he got caught smoking. That's crazy to think about, honestly. If that's true that Jalen Johnson got caught smoking pot in a dorm, that's crazy.
The whole team probably was smoking, so I don't know why he just got.
Oh no, Jaden Springer seems like a pretty straight edge kid.
True.
He seems like a pretty straight edge kid. So I don't know about that. Jaden Springer seems like head above shoulders. And you can tell when you watched IMG play, something had to have happened. Because it's just based off the way they were playing without him, like with the whole news about is he gonna play, is he not gonna play? That's interesting. But also, I don't think he would be able to go to Duke if that happened as well. I don't think Coach K would put up with that. So I think that's just a rumor, but we'll see. Because everything I'm seeing about the drug test is forums. I don't know how much to trust forums. I'm gonna tweet that out, actually.
Even if it just...
I'm just gonna tweet that out. Get kicked off IMG for smoking pot in a dorm. Because that's the word on the street. Because that's the word.
What if he quotes you and he's like...
I don't follow him, so I don't think I follow him. I'm gonna unfollow him before sending this. Just to make sure. I just tweeted it. I like him though. I do. I'll unfollow him, give it like a few days, and then follow him back. And then follow him back. Because I do like him. I do think he's a good prospect. I think he is.
I'm surprised Jamal Crawford hasn't tweeted at you with all the hate you give him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Nah. He has beef with all the Wisconsin. His dad gets really into it on Twitter. No, it's like, I'm just wondering, like, out of pure curiosity. So if Jalen Johnson or his dad does respond, I'll just say, hey, I'm just wondering. I'm not assuming. I'm just wondering.
You should battle him.
No.
Give him a little Twitter beat, bro. Hey,
Do you think it would be smart to trade out of number 1 this year? Oh, hi, Briz. How you doing, man? Depends on the team, honestly. If your
It's the
team,
Warriors.
if you're the Warriors, yeah. If your team ends like in the lottery just because of the you just happen to have injuries to your playoff team, like the Warriors, I would trade out of that pick. If not, like just take LaMelo. Like
If it's
yeah.
a Knicks,
If it's a
don't
Knicks,
trade.
don't trade. Take LaMelo and don't even think second thought about it. I heard there's a rumor LaMelo wants to go to the Knicks. That's an interesting one.
Wait, what did you say?
There's a rumor that LaMelo wants to go to the Knicks.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Do you want him to
You're
go
not
there
taking
with
Wiseman at
Tebow?
one if you're not taking Wiseman at one if you're Golden State. No, I wouldn't. I take Okongwu. I think Okongwu is a much better prospect. Wiseman really isn't that good. I'll be honest. He shows flashes of elite level play, but he really, at best, I just think will just be like Hassan Whiteside. And I think the high end is an engaged Hassan Whiteside. But he just has so many flaws in his game. Like he has a superhero complex. Does LaMelo like this function? Well, he played in the JBA and he went to that Lithuania thing, so he might. Like, let's be real with ourselves. And look at his dad. And I love LaVar.
Yeah, I feel like his dad is the one who wants him in New York.
Like, I mean, look at what Lonzo's been doing. Like, look at what Lonzo's been doing in New Orleans. Like, now that the pressure isn't on him, he's balling out. So maybe if LaMelo ends up in Detroit,
such a crazy duo.
LaVar's dad is the function. LaMelo's dad is the function runs in him. Is LaVar dysfunction runs in him? I think those kids. I think that actually has prepared them. I think that being around someone like LaVar your entire life will prepare you to be on the Knicks. Don't you think? Like,
yeah.
But I do think I would love to see him in Detroit though. Because if
side to LaVar that we don't see. Yeah. I think he just acts like that in front of the media. But
no, I heard there's a video. I heard there's a video about. Remember when they had the AAU team, and he would cook the team's breakfast at his house every morning, all the players, and he knows all their names. He knows a lot about them. He seems like a really nice guy that's just outspoken to me. Like I don't think he isn't as bad as he once was.
Like,
yeah,
unhealthy. Like she's like sick too.
I heard something about that, and I do feel bad for him and the boys with that as well. But I remember in LaMelo Ball's Day in the Life where he was talking about that, and it was like, it's awesome that his mom goes through all his workouts, which I thought was really cool. LaVar took on Trump that one time, and I respect it. Yeah, I respect anyone that goes up on Trump, man. Fuck Trump. I lost followers because of the Trump shit I've said, but I could care less, I'll be honest with you. But
yeah, it's crazy. You lost followers.
Yeah, but I understand that. Like, you have your political opinions. I'm not going to try and change you, but it's good to know that the people that can just weed out because of their opinions about that. About that. But I would love to see LaMelo in Detroit. One, because of that video I keep on posting about him where he said that he thought Michigan was in Detroit and not Detroit was in Michigan. Because I think his mom's actually from Detroit. But he said that he thought Michigan was in Detroit because he thought that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And I also think it's just a good basketball fit because he can play the point guard and the shooting guard. So whatever you decide to do with Derrick Rose, you can do.
I think Tyrese fits in.
That's what I have which one? Halliburton or Maxey?
Halliburton.
I have Maxey going 5 to Detroit.
I can see that.
I can see that. I love Tyrese Maxey, man. It's hard to find guys who play offense and defense well. Like, I'm not saying he's a lockdown defender and he's an elite offensive player, but he plays defense well, he plays offense well. It's hard to find players like that.
He's confident as hell, too.
Yeah. I also think he's a better 3-point shooter than somebody suggests. He's more inconsistent than he is a bad shooter. Like, I'd rather have a guy that I can coach to be a consistent shooter than a guy who's not a good shooter at all. Like,
how much did he average at Kentucky?
He averaged he shot 29% from three at Kentucky this year. When you watch the tape,
it's tough, bro.
Oh, I know, because you're playing a platoon system. Yeah, he averaged 14, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, shot 29% from three, but he only took 3 a game. So there is that. How it is a 2021 draft look? Extremely good.
I have a hot take.
What?
I tweeted this 3 weeks ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't fully believe it. What? I just kind of wanted to troll people.
Yeah.
I said, Shai Gilgeous over Ja Morant long term.
No, I don't agree with that. I love Shai. I've said many times. I was on the Shai train when he was committed to play at Florida, and then he decommitted and went to Kentucky. But
it could happen though.
It could,
there's
but
a world it could happen.
I think because I think Fox is better than Ja. I
mean, as of now.
Yeah. 2021 draft class is going to be loaded. There are guys that would go mid to late lottery in 2021. That would probably be top 10 picks in this draft. Greg Brown would be a top 5 pick in this draft if he was in this draft. Kate, I think
he's a freak.
He's a freak. Do you see? I saw some ridiculous comparison. Someone, I think it was NBA Draft.net, and they compared him to Nicholas Batum. I'm like, what?
Dude, Nicholas Batum probably can't even dunk right now.
Nicholas Batum is nowhere close to the athletes, and they don't even play the same position. Greg Brown is a true power forward.
Bro, Nicholas Batum's in a wheelchair right now, eating Chinese food.
Yeah, you gotta tweet. You gotta tweet that one out. You gotta tweet that. That's tweet worthy. Nicholas Batum's in a goddamn wheelchair, eating Chinese food. Fox is booted. Yeah, he has. From his rookie year to now, he's improved so much. It's really insane. Trying to think who, but 2000 Jalen Johnson would be the first pick if he was in this draft. Kuminga would be the first pick if he was in this draft. Green would be the first pick if he was in this draft. Cade would definitely be the first pick if he was in this draft. Mobley would probably be the first pick if he was in this draft. I think there's an outside chance that a guy like Jaden Springer could be a top 3 pick in this draft. I'm so high on him. One player from the 2021 though that I think people are sleeping on is Caleb Love. Caleb Love.
Caleb Love?
Yeah.
I haven't watched enough on him to know.
Yeah. He's a scorer first guard.
Jalen Suggs.
I like Jalen. He's number 11 on my board.
I like him a lot.
I like him. Because of his football background, he can just make so many insane passes. He was like a 4-star dual threat QB. I remember that as well. That must have been
amazing.
I think that's I would say I wonder if he was a 5-star QB and a 5-star point guard. I think the debate would have been easier. It would have been a lot bigger about what he should choose. But the fact that he was a 4-star football player and a 5-star basketball player made the decision very easy. He's going to get a lot of playing time at Gonzaga next year. I can't wait to see Jackson Frank cover him because I like Jalen Suggs and I like Jackson Frank. So
Gonzaga is a good college.
I know.
Brandon Clark, Hachi Moore came out of there.
Jack Collins. Yeah, I don't know about Jalen Suggs is I think I saw he's the highest recruit to go to that school, right?
I have no clue.
I think he probably is. I like him a lot. Sleeper for me is and I've said this probably earlier in either the first part or this part. Dalen Terry. I'm a huge Dalen Terry fan. He's going to play at Arizona. He's ranked around that 30 to 50 range, depending on the set you look at. But I think he's so good. He passes well. So I'm going to Xavier this year. What should I expect from him this year? I think they had a player. Forget his name. Oh my God, it's gonna bother me. I don't know. There's a lot of Xavier. I think they're one of those schools that just they always make the tournament and they always just look good. They never get flashy names, but
They have cool uniforms.
Yeah, they have really cool uniforms. But they seem to make the tournament every year. Like, they're always around like that 3 to 6 seed in the tournament every year. So
they're in the Big East, right?
I'll get it up. I'll look that up.
They're in the Big East, I
Xavier
think.
basketball. I almost looked up Xavier Rhodes. No, they're in the Big East.
So they're going to be playing Nova. You get to see Nova. You get to see a lot of good games in the Big East. I mean, he's a lucky guy. He's a lucky guy.
Lucky guy. I know. You get to see. I always said this because like I go to community college now, but and that has a lot to do with the fact I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life until my senior year of high school, and I didn't really take school. I didn't take school seriously. Like once I knew I was going to community college, like halfway through my junior year, like I knew I just stopped caring in school. Like I just wanted to get school. I was going to see B's and C's, get degrees. Let's move it on. But if I were to go to a 4-year college, my 2 dream schools were Ohio State and LSU. But I wish we got fans this year because I want to see Nova. I think that does suck that the fans are going to be there, but you got to be safe, man. That's the name of the game. Got to be safe. That's why we shouldn't be playing NBA games right now. Did you see something? I saw something interesting about that. For Orlando, I think it was like 2 Orlando Magic players tested positive, and they left for the bubble. This report came out after the team left for the bubble, and it isn't that far of a drive because they're in Orlando. That was interesting. But I think like, if you know what you want to do to life, you can go to a 4-year college. I had no idea, so I think community college was great for me.
Yeah,
if you don't know what you want to do, like community college is the move. I was the same way. I went to 2. Oh, so you transferred in? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, community college is the move. It is the move. Like completely the move. You save money. You get like I can change my degree right now. I'm going for communications, but I could change my degree, midway through and not have to worry about paying that much money for it.
Community college is the move for sure.
Yeah, I was mid in high school. I had like a 2.5 GPA, a 2.5, which sadly was like ranked in like the top 180 of my class somehow.
Wait, senior year you had that?
Yeah, no, like in general, like over the 4 years. So like first 2 years I was fine. I had like a 2.8 to a 3.0 my freshman sophomore year. Junior year, I had to go 1.9, which absolutely tanked it because junior year is the most important year. And then I couldn't do anything my senior year to get it back up, so I had a 2.5. Yeah, I mean, communications is the best major to go for.
3.0 overall, I think.
Yeah, I was a 2.5. Oh, I had a 3.0 my senior year, but it didn't matter because it doesn't. Your junior year is the most important year, and I had to go 1.9 my junior year.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything. I did not try at all.
No, it's not that. High school, like the thing about high school for me was it's like if you pay attention in class, you'll be fine. And you don't need to do homework because homework didn't count much in my school. Like it would kind of at most 10% of my grade. So like if you just pay attention and do well on tests, you'll be fine. I'm a major. I'm going in CC. I just kind of laugh off high school. Yeah, I'm killing it. Like I have like a 3.8 in throughout my first year at community college. I was you laugh off high school because I think by my senior year I just wanted to get through it. I wanted to graduate. I wanted to go. I wanted to start a community college and just restart like this. Start with a oh my god. With a fresh I hate when that happens. It happens to me when I record a lot. It's like your words get twisted. But like, I just wanted to get your grades and then start with oh my god, a blank slate. That's the word I'm thinking of. That's the move.
That happened to me when I was about to shoot my shot the other day. You know? And I was like, hell no, that's a sign I shouldn't.
I tried. I don't try shooting my shot that much. Did you see the thing Jalen Green said about dating? I posted it on my Twitter.
What did he say?
He was like, he really doesn't care about dating. He's 17. It's like, bro, I'm 17.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not trying to worry about money for a date. You better be eating pizza pocket.
Oh yeah.
And then like you this is I'm like I agree with that idea. Like you shouldn't be worried about dating, like serious dating. Like I know people who've dropped like hundreds of dollars on like stuff for dates. I'm like, dude, you're in high school. I wouldn't spend that on a date in college.
Prom, bro.
I didn't go to prom. It wasn't worth it. I think I went to a Red Sox game that year. What got you in the NBA prospects? I just want to know about the future of the NBA, really. Like, you know, like, it's cool to know about the guys in the NBA, but like, I don't want to be surprised when some guy just comes out of nowhere in the draft as like the first pick. Like, I kind of want to know about that stuff, and I think that's evolved my love for prospects and stuff. Also, it is just fun to show promotion for prospects and things like that. It's just college tape and high school tape is a lot more fun than watching NBA tape. I will say that because I have watched NBA tape as well. Because it's just so much more fun to see a prospect in a system where they have to move the ball versus like a player in the NBA. It's much more story driven, whereas in college and high school, depending on the school they go to, if they're going to if they're like Zion, it's just give them the ball. But like if they're going to IMG or Montverde or Oak Hill or Syracuse, it's a lot of ball movement. I think seeing prospects under that environment is awesome. Like.
Yeah. I'm not honestly like I don't have fun watching films, so like
you it's something you have to like. I didn't like it at first either, but I think over time I just started to love it because like you start to notice the small little things. You just notice those small little things. Like I noticed when like I think it was say people like okay, he's putting good numbers, but let's look at the tape. And I threw the tape on, and I noticed that he's able to like get steals even though he's not even close to the defender. Do you want to be a scout one day? No, because I kind of just like doing what I do. I kind of like doing the whole YouTube thing. Scouting, I don't like it because I feel like they make scouts, especially for the big name companies, say things that they may not believe. Like, and they have evaluations I just find very fishy. Like, I find high school rankings very fishy, especially at ESPN.
What do you want to do?
I think there's a goal for me. I want to get my communications degree, obviously, and I want to work somewhere in that field, and then maybe go back to college for something else if I figure that out down the line. But while I'm getting my degree, I would like to get to a point where I can consistently make money off YouTube. It's going to take a long time, obviously, but that is the long-term goal. What if you could do it independently? I do technically do it independently now. My scouting stuff now. I wouldn't call it serious scouting. It's not like I'm Robel. We'll leave it at that. Like, Robel is a much better scout than I am. It's not that serious, but I do think it's somewhat seriously. But I consider myself an independent content creator. I think you do as well, Romp.
Yeah.
I think being independent is so cool because like you're in control of what you can say and what you can do. You don't have to be PC if you don't want to. Like that's what it is with me, and I just find that like so. Being independent is cool. Having your own independent podcast, having your own independent channel, having your own independent, just whatever you do. Like that's what it is. So you don't have to worry about restrictions from a company. The only company I probably would ever consider working for is SB Nation, because they seem to be pretty lax about what they allow and what they don't.
When you record a video, do you just talk for 10 minutes?
Depends.
I feel like you do that. Like you're really good at that, honestly.
I have a script. I do have scripts, but they're more like notes.
Mm-hmm.
They're like notes. So like you say I'll give you an example for the Cade video. My intro is always fully scripted, okay? But I have a note on the video where I say he can play multiple positions. I think I said in the video, like, he can be a legit point guard, but he can also play multiple positions. Yeah, Vox is good, but SB Nation's awesome. They're easily my favorite sports company network out there right now. I think SB Nation's just awesome. Like, I love the people they get to work there, and they all seem like great people. I love John Boyce. Yeah, John Boyce actually there's his videos, like I don't know, Romp, you watch them, but he did these like videos. They're insane, and he talks about statistics and stuff, and he really made math fun for me. I'll leave it at that. No,
yeah, I know him.
Yeah, like honestly, though, I've been blessed though in high school. I had 3 years of from sophomore year to the senior year. I had great math teachers. Like, it was just incredible, and I think that's what made it so much easier for me. John Boyce, Kofi, Southpaw, Ryan, all those guys.
To be honest,
I know that's one of mine as well. Like, my math grades were always higher than everything else, and I hated math.
I think I liked it because you didn't really have to study for math. Like,
oh no, you didn't. Like, your parents couldn't force you to study for a math test. Like, I'm like, what are you gonna study? You didn't give me a study guide.
No. Like, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you're fucked.
Yeah. It's really just about learning a formula, and once you learn that formula, it's easy for me. Like, once I learned, like, do you remember? Oh my god, what was it called? Y equals mx plus b.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, like I once you figure that out, oh, it's over. I'll ace this test.
Bro, low-key math is fun sometimes.
I know.
I remember that.
Yeah, cool math games are the best. Cool math.
Cool
math games are the best. My favorite. But
bro, I remember the year. This is when I truly just gave up high school when they gave us laptops. I was just on YouTube watching NBA highlights just the whole damn time, and that's when I truly gave up.
Oh yeah. We didn't. I do have a funny story about that. So we didn't get laptops and stuff like that, but there were kids who had certain I wouldn't say disabilities, but not disabilities, but you could request one if you needed one. It was mandatory for them to give it to people with disabilities, which is cool. I understood it, but we gave this stuff to if you requested one, you could get one. So this kid requested one, okay, and he returns it, and he gets called into the office, and we find out he didn't want this to get out. But we could kind of hear it because the guy, he was very loud in the office as I was walking by. I was like skipping class or something, and I'm walking by and I hear the guy in the office. I think it was the principal, and goes, "Why did you look up porn on the school iPad?" And I'm sitting and I'm like, "Whoa, what?" Like, you're an idiot, bro. Like, that was my first reaction. Oh, this is fun. Like, you're an idiot. Like, that's like the thing. Like,
hey, bro,
you didn't look up like, hey. I'm like, why would you clear your search history? But why would you think? And it was like 16.
Dude, I don't blame him, bro. Sometimes you just get in that mood and you're not thinking straight.
You're not thinking straight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see some of the stuff I post on Twitter.
You're not thinking straight.
Yeah, no.
So
my personal favorite being when I tweeted out, Anne Hathaway can get it in all caps. I like.
I saw that.
Oh yeah. Okay, the stream kind of works. It does. Yeah. Man. But horny hours be real. And there's no worse place to be horny on than the TL. Like, that's like the worst place to be horny on.
Yeah, bro. Just let it out.
Just speak your mind. Speak your mind.
You'll be fine. Let it out, and you will be fine. You'll be like, "Oh, why the hell was I doing? Why was I doing that to that?" You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah.
Sometimes you.
No, but low-key, high-key, Anne Hathaway can't get it though. Anne Hathaway could get it. But
I mean, when you're in that mindset, almost anything get it. Let's be real.
Like I've said horny things before that I've said under completely normal circumstances where I'm not horny. Like that shit I said about Natalie Dormer and Emilia Clarke. Like I truly believe that. Like horny or not, I believe that. But
What did you say?
I said that was my dream threesome.
Oh.
I mean, like, it probably is for a lot of people, but I just happened to say it. Who you on call with? I'm on call with Romp. My guy Romp. You can go subscribe to him on YouTube. I have him under my suggested channels on my channel page, so you can check him out there. But yeah, like sometimes people don't understand that. Like I think people find like porn and stuff to be like, quote unquote, like bad when it's not. Like kids are just gonna find stuff. Well, you know, I'm like, I mean, it's like if you're addicted to it, it's bad. But like kids are gonna explore. Like you're gonna explore. You're gonna be curious. Like that's every kid looks at porn at least once in their life. That's what I'll say.
Every kid looks up at every night, bro.
Every night, like when you're like in the mood, especially during quarantine, you can't meet anyone. That's the worst.
It's all good now.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
It's
so funny though because like you can tell like I base my opinions on people. I base like my opinion on someone's confidence based off if they're willing to admit that if they watch porn or not. Like that's legit. Like if you can admit it, I think you have all the confidence in the world. Like I can admit it. Like you watched it. We've all done it. It's like cheating. It's like cheating on a test in high school. We all did it at least once. I did it more than once.
You say you don't watch it. I mean, come on, bro.
It's like I'm like, why are you lying? Why are you capping?
I mean, I feel like that's like some 8th grade type stuff.
Like, in 8th grade, I understand it. Like, I was insecure about this stuff in 8th grade. But at the time I was like 16, like, yeah, I did. I watched it. Like, everyone does it. I know I'm not the only teenager in America that watches it. It's not like I have an addiction to it, though. Yeah. It's like, there's a difference, like, I know it's like I feel a need for it, but like it's happened. That's all I'll say. Like, I fill my time off like if I'm addicted to anything, I'm addicted to Scooby Doo. But I'm addicted to Scooby Doo.
How did you go from that to Scooby Doo?
No, it's like I'm like I said, I'm not addicted to porn. If anything, I'm addicted to Scooby Doo. I've watched that stuff so much times. It's usually my favorite. Because I can watch it when I'm stoned. I can watch it when I'm not. I can watch it when I'm feeling up to like looking in something deep. I can watch it when I just want to relax. I can watch it whenever, really. It's the perfect show for that.
Thanks for the follow, it's Bridge.
Yeah, set up Bridge, man. He's one of my favorite people I follow on Twitter. Him, like guys like James, who's I'm pleasing 72. Andrew, I'm a big Andrew guy as well. But
back to the independent thing.
Yeah.
How it's just cool to like that you could upload whatever the hell you want. Like me, I upload like story vids, and then sometimes I'll analyze a player, and then randomly I'll just do a troll video like that James Harden video.
Yeah, I was so confused by that. I'm like, what? Because the thing is, like, I wouldn't have been shocked if it was real. I truly wouldn't have been shocked if it was real. No problem, Viz.
I posted on TikTok because I wanted to see how many views I would get because I know TikTok's so easy to get views.
Oh no, it's so easy to go viral on TikTok. Like, there's that kid who has like 1 million followers now just because of TikTok. I'm like, what has he done?
They got 11K views on TikTok, and people thought it was true in the comments section.
Do you think they might be shutting that down?
What?
They might be shutting TikTok down because it's from China.
Oh, yeah. I hope they do.
I hope they do because like it's just going to make so many people have to go back to doing regular stuff. I love it. Thanks, man. Thanks for this.
I don't know what it is, bro, but
TikTok.
like,
It's like TikTok, Musically, and Vine. Like those are the big three of like countless people getting a platform.
I'm gonna be honest. If you're a girl and you have TikTok, I'm out.
I think every girl has TikTok though.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. What the hell is going on here? New Year's. I'm hanging out with a chick. She made me do a TikTok. I was out.
I was out.
I couldn't leave, but mentally I was out. I was so out.
Oh man.
I was so pissed off. I was just petting her dog the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, so you like every white girl at a party? Every party event is like the white girls. All they do is pet the dog and get drunk. But college is a weird spot for girls though for me, because like especially at community college, like you can't tell if someone's like 18 or if they're 20, or like they're 28. Like it's so weird. Like, I walked up to a girl, it's like, oh, I'm 28. She looked like she was 18.
Dude, that's a problem, bro. I agree with you.
Yeah. Now, if they make TikTok, it's fine. But if they make you do a TikTok, that's good. I agree with Riz on that. Like, if they're just making TikTok, that's fine. But they make you do a TikTok.
No. It depends.
Let's get them out.
It depends what type of TikToks they're doing.
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they're doing
I don't do TikToks in general, so I wouldn't know the different types.
You'll know when you see it.
I made a TikTok and then deleted it. And then deleted the app. So I saw the Will Smith thing and I'm like, okay, I'm out.
I think I'm just gonna do troll videos on there.
My favorite, they said.
Wait, you cut out.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I can hear you, right?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah. I don't know if they make TikToks, if they just have an account, that's fine.
Yes, that's all right.
That's fine. I literally made the account, but I just saw too much buffoonery to keep it up on my phone and waste the data.
Mm-hmm.
It's like for that week I had Fortnite on my phone, and then like I played it for like a week and then deleted it because I realized it was a waste of space, and I don't like Fortnite at all.
No, I'm the only game I play, to be honest.
What?
Fortnite.
You really? It's like I play Madden 2K and like GTA 5. Those are the 3 games I play. And I play GTA 5 on PC because of mods.
I don't like 2K.
I hate 2K.
I don't get how they can ruin a basketball game.
they do, bro. Yo, did you see the sweat though? The sweat. That's the most important part about this all.
It all went wrong when 2K was just pay to win. Every move now is just pay to win. Like,
I've been vouching for years for this. I think my perk and my career should be 2 separate things. I used to be able to have a realistic my career story. Yeah, Ryan 2K does need to be fired. I think there should be 2 things. So like this perk where you can pay to play, do all that, and then like you can play defense. But there needs to be like a 2K my career version where you have to legit grind. Because I use I don't play my career anymore. What I use is I make a custom player, put them in a custom draft class, and then play lock. St. Cuban Boye has the same signature moves as Aaron Gordon 2K.
What the fuck? Anyway, the best video games are always the ones where you can just grind for something, like Black Ops 1, grind for that gold gun. Like 2K, there's no reason to grind and win it.
So like anything pre-2K like 14, basically, right?
Yeah. Because even if you grind, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to go up against like a freaking guy who spent $100K on my team and then just get mopped. It's just pay to win's gone too far. But the thing is, they're never going to change it because it's all about the money. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I what I've been doing now is I've been using 2K16 because it has the best graphics, has the best gameplay, and I've been using that, playing that, and just making the custom draft classes. Like so, like from 2016 on, it's like I made a custom 2017 draft. So I made a custom 2016 draft with Ben Simmons and like those guys. Then I made a custom 2017 draft with like Markel Fultz and Alonzo and Tatum, all those guys. And then I made like a 2018 and so forth and so on. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it because the graphics is so much better.
True, true.
I gave up on 2K.
I think it's getting to a point where, especially in Madden, I used to love Madden. I think Madden's way too realistic now. You know what I'm saying? Like
somewhat.
In like Madden 25, I remember it being like kind of cartoony. Like people would be, you just don't feel of the game. Like running with a running back, like you feel like you're in a video game. Like if you run in Madden now, like it just feels like slow and like just too realistic. If that makes sense. And I think it's only going to keep going down that road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw something Zay posted about he's transferring somewhere. But yeah, but the problem is transactions.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And is transactions, microtransactions. The interesting graphics and not gameplay. Yeah, the gameplay does need to improve. Yeah, I think in Madden 20 this year, the Superstar X Factor stuff was so overpowered. Like they like Derwin James. Like if Derwin James tackled you, you would fumble the ball. Granted, that is somewhat realistic because Derwin James is an absolute beast. But come on, give us a chance.
Give us a chance.
Give us a chance.
Yeah, I didn't even play Madden this year.
Yeah.
I think I'm just fading away from video games just because like my friends.
I like story games like The Last of Us. The Spider-Man game was fun. The games like that, like if they made a video game based off one of Quentin Tarantino's movies, I would play it.
I can't really play video games by myself anymore.
To get those three guys on Mars and get X Factor, it didn't matter at all. Well, it really didn't even matter in real life, if we're being honest. Like, Mars would catch balls over people, even that doing that in real life. So I guess it's somewhat realistic, but I see what you're saying about that. Yeah, but Mars was that dude.
I remember in Madden 25, the first day I got Calvin Johnson, and I don't know, there's like a glitch where if you just throw it up to him, he's gonna catch it, and I abused it all day.
I mean, that's kind of what Matt Stafford did in real life. It's like Calvin's somewhere down there, he'll catch it.
Matthew Stafford's underrated.
Oh, he is though. He is underrated. It's like I've never seen a quarterback throw for 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns, have a good record, mind you, and not make the Pro Bowl. Like, how the hell does that happen?
He's really good. I mean, the Lions are just a bad organization.
Yeah. Yeah, Matthew Stafford walks if Patrick Mahomes could run.
It's crazy how much of how big of a part like organization and coaches play in terms of like affecting a player.
Oh yeah, especially that's more football than basketball.
That's so overlooked. Like Michael Jordan literally had the perfect situation.
I think though, but I think also Jordan would have been fine in another situation. But
true.
But I think there's certain players like. I wonder what Kawhi's career. Actually, there's always a part of me that believes because Kawhi just had that work ethic that he would eventually just become that player anyway. But would he become it as quickly if he didn't go to San Antonio? I still think he becomes that player because he was extremely talented. He was very underrated coming out of college. People forget, like, when he was coming out of college, like, there were rumors of him potentially going to, like, top 6. I think he kind of fell in that draft. and we've seen what's like with him now.
Yeah, I just think that he's overlooked a lot by a lot of people.
Oh yeah, he is. He's overlooked. That stuff is overlooked. I'm not saying this is completely the reason. Like, I'm not saying this is the complete reason why I failed, because I do think there's other reasons that were on Darko Milicic for why he failed. But I do think that the coaching in Detroit was a big reason as to why he failed. Like, he was a top 2 pick. He was hyped as like the number 2 guy in that draft, and he wasn't playing. And it wasn't his fault that he wasn't playing. His coach just didn't play him.
Sure.
I do Madden 16. You could have a second coming of Jesus Christ at cornerback, and he could get mossed by Terrell Pryor. That's crazy to think about. I remember Terrell Pryor had like one good year. Remember that?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You brought up Kawhi Leonard, and like I'm just thinking, like for some reason, this came in my head. I'm like, if I beat him, like honestly, I would ask him to palm my head.
He could.
I wonder if he could just lift me up, like.
I mean, if you can palm a basketball, you can probably palm someone's head.
His hands are so bad too. Bro,
you know who else weirdly has big hands, but he doesn't get talked about because he's not that good? Is Noah Terranova. He has gigantic hands.
Noah Terranova also said that Naz Reid should have been a lottery pick this year. Just a random fact.
Yeah, isn't Naz Reid his guy though? Because are they on the same team?
Naz Reid, yeah.
They're both on Minnesota. No, he's on Denver now, but I think he was on Minnesota. I'm pulling for Noah Terranova because he's from Salem, Massachusetts. So that's the guy. That's my guy. What? He's 24. He's 24, and his birthday's the day after mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just I just want to see all my Massachusetts guys succeed.
I respect that.
Because like, you just want to see you guys. Like, those are your guys. Like,
yeah.
I want to see Terrence Clark succeed. Like, I want to see, because like, we don't get that many guys. Like, I'm pulling for New Orleans a while. Massachusetts, we don't get a lot of athletes. So like, when we get a Terrence Clark, and we get a Noah Terranova or Nerlens Noel, we just pull for them to be great.
Shout out to Lonnie Walker representing the 6'10".
Yeah.
That's my guy.
No.
Hope he's gonna be good, bro.
He is. Once he gets married, he's gonna be fine. I have a lot of respect for him after hearing his story.
Yeah, about his hair.
Yeah, I have so much respect for him because of that.
He's a good dude, bro. He grew up in. I live near, probably 20 minutes outside where he grew up, and that's a really bad area. Really bad. Mm-hmm. And he still comes back and holds cans and stuff like that. He's a legend. And he led them to a state championship. You realize how hard that is in Pennsylvania?
Oh yeah.
You have to go through Philly schools who recruit.
That's something because I think Philly's probably I don't think maybe top 5 basketball for Pennsylvania's a top 5 basketball, maybe top 5. I think it's Cal is number 1 for basketball, high school basketball, right? And probably Cal, probably New Jersey, because I think New Jersey is kind of overtaking New York.
Yeah.
And then probably Florida because of IMG and Montford. And then you're looking at probably Texas, and then Atlanta, and then the DMV.
I agree.
Yeah, but I think it's to keep it on track with that, how Lonnie was able to do all those things at the school he was at and go to Pennsylvania. It's why I'm so impressed by Mikey Williams, because you could argue this year he was a top 20 player in SoCal, and he was a freshman. You know how hard it is to be a top 20 player in SoCal as a senior? SoCal, that's where the best players come from. Harden, you look at DeMar, came from there. You got Jalen Green. You got Josh Christopher. You know, it's a lot of players. Like Marvin Bagley the third is SoCal, I believe. Just so many talented players that go through. It's just so many. It's just to be almost top 20 as a freshman is insane. I know Lance Smith was telling me about that actually.
Yeah, that's underrated.
Mikey's a good player. I don't think people give him that credit because they see the highlights and the fame. That they just think that he's all hype, but he's a legit player. Like I don't think people understand that about him. Like no, he's a legit player. He has a high IQ. I think the highlights overtake what he actually is as a player because he's a very good player. I will say that.
Yeah, I haven't watched him enough.
Like
I know about him though, but I don't really pay attention to him.
What's the logo in the flag? Oh, that's a Cambodian flag, by the way. Yeah, I'm Cambodian, so I like to have that flag in the back.
Represent.
Yeah, represent. I also have airplanes in the back. I have like 4 airplanes hanging on my ceiling. And there's a signed Harlem Globetrotters ball. It's back there. There's 2 second place trophies back there as well. I have 2 second place trophies, an airplane lamp, and a Providence Bruins pucks up there as well. I have a model airplane made out of Pepsi cans as well up there. Yeah.
You should. You ever think of doing face cams for your video?
Sometimes I do, but I don't know where to put the camera, because right now this is the webcam on my computer. I have a camera because I do photography stuff from time to time when I travel. I've been thinking about using that camera to record my videos, but it's just trying to find a place to put the camera in my room right now because I have a tripod, everything, but my room isn't that big. It's like my bed is like literally like posing against a chair right now. So it's just trying to find a spot. My room isn't that big either.
Is it bad that I have a Blue Yeti and I record with my iPhone voice memos?
I have a weird. This is what I'm recording into right now. It's all about personal preference. I don't see much difference. Too much. I do see difference though in the pop quality, and the mic, the Blue Yeti doesn't pop as much. You know, like when you listen back, there isn't as much popping. But whereas with the iPhone, I get more popping with it. But that's just me.
I think when I watch a YouTube video, I really don't even pay attention to the audio unless it's like really, really, really bad.
Oh, some of my videos audio quality is terrible because like I had to get my mic fixed. I had to get not fixed. I had to get like a whole new mic, and I had to use the audio from my computer, and the video quality was horrible.
One time I recorded in my car.
I have a Yeti Nano.
I had a part of it, the audio was so bad.
Yeah.
No, and the funniest thing is, like one guy commented, he was like, "New mic?" question mark. I was like, "Yeah, bro."
I remember one time I was recording with Rudy. I wasn't recording with Rudy. I was actually watching one of Rudy's podcasts, and he literally had to pause the recording because he was recording in his car because of the rain. It was the first ever rain delay I had ever seen on a podcast.
I recorded in the rain.
Oh, I can record in the rain.
It was pretty late.
One thing I do like about the Blue Yeti is like it really much goes like it comes straight at you. It records what you say into it. It has the settings like, and I use the same, the straightforward one. So it doesn't. It only picks up my voice. Feel like I've recorded when someone's mowing the lawn, and it literally only picked up my voice.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just recording in a car in a parking lot. It's a very weird experience. Sometimes
it's like vlogging. It's actually
walk
vlogging.
by and they'll be like, "What the hell is that kid doing?"
It's like vlogging. Like I don't know if I'll ever release it, but I do plan on, if I ever do, because I do plan on going to Hoop Hall Classic whenever this all ends. I plan on vlogging it, but it is like I've tried vlogging, but it's a very awkward experience.
Dude, I can't vlog at all.
No. Like if I ever meet like you or like Robel or like Rusty or Mojo or any of those guys, I'm gonna vlog it. And I don't care what people think, but I'll tell them I'm making a documentary.
Yeah, vlogging's so awkward.
And I don't know if Casey Nice. Well, I guess it's Casey Nice. It's so known now that people just know it. But like, cause he wasn't just doing normal stuff. Like he's like putting the camera in like, like how airports have like those fake trees. He was putting one in a tree, and filming himself his intro with the camera in the tree, and people were just looking at him like, what the fuck?
It honestly depends on your personality.
Oh no, I think me, like 2 or 3 years ago, I would never be doing like the face cam stuff like I'm doing today, or even making YouTube videos. But I think as over time, I just got more confident with myself, which is really key.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't. Even doing a YouTube channel takes some balls.
Oh no, it does. It totally does. Even with the podcast stuff, like it takes balls because like. Kids in high school are ruthless. Kids in, like, if they find that shit, like, they will go off on you.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, those are the same kids who are afraid to do that.
Oh, I know.
That's the thing. They're just kids who are making fun of that are just too insecure to do it themselves.
I wish I started my channel early. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have a channel, but it was fun.
I wish I started early because I wish I was just like, because like I think by the time my senior year rolled around, which I think I started my channel in April during my senior year of high school. Like I was like, fuck it, I don't care what these people think. They're not gonna matter to me. And I still have a few people I still talk to, but like they're also doing stuff. Like
yeah, I played 2K channel in 7th grade.
I had a basketball mix channel when I was in like the 6th grade. Like it was like I made mixes, but really what it was taking a song, downloading some highlights, and then throwing the music over the highlights and calling it a mixtape on Movie Maker. Shit, I had one with like a Steph Curry when I got like 60K views. And all it was I literally looked up a video of every 3-pointer Steph Curry made that year, put 679 by Fetty Wap on in the background and called it a mixtape.
You want to hear something hilarious?
What?
So my old channel, it was kind of like that. So it started off Minecraft Pocket Edition. And then it evolutionized into a 2K channel. And then I went to an NBA Knicks phase. And during that phase, I somehow got monetized because back then it was really
easy to get monetized. Because like remember the tags back in the day where they would like you would type something in and they would give you suggestions. Because I swear, they would give you suggestions to like Fetty Wap in parentheses, and it would say music or things like that.
Yeah, but back then, anything went on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
So college football national championship happens. I'm monetized. So what I do is the big highlight channels. They post. I think it was like a game-winning field goal or something.
Yeah.
So they posted it. I take that video and I post it on my channel. It gets like 300K views, and I made like $300.
Yeah.
And eventually it got blocked worldwide.
Oh man, I had a copyright claim on my Zaire Williams video. it's so funny because it was so easy back in the day to get monetized, and it's so hard to now. Like, you need at least like I think it's 1K subs. And I think it's like I want to say like 4,000 hours watched on your channel. Like,
yeah, if you start a YouTube channel and you are doing it for the money, you're not gonna last.
oh yeah, you're not. That's it. Then you are not gonna last.
No,
Because it takes so long to make money. Like, I'm not even close to making money, and I have made like 200 videos.
And even if you do,
it's not like it's like
in the
I remember when Rusty
posted
his like his earnings. Like, no, that he told me this. Like, that wasn't his yearly earnings. That was his career earnings, and he's made 400 videos, mind you. Like,
yeah, but Rusty's popping off right now.
Oh, I know.
He's on pace to like. He's gonna probably be able to do this for a living if he keeps it on pace.
Oh no, he is. If not already, because he uploads daily and he gets consistent views. You know who's also like who's popping off is Robel. I've name dropped him. He's popping off. Like, he's like close to 3K subs. Like, him and I started around. He started after I did, and he has a lot more subs to me. It has a lot to do with the fact that he makes really good content.
Yeah, he has a Twitter following, which helps a lot.
Yeah, which helps. But still, like YouTube, like even if you have a big Twitter following, like you're not gonna make it on YouTube that.
He knows his shit, bro.
He does. Oh my god, like he knows so much about it. Like he could legit be a scout. Like, if he wanted to, a scout team would hire him. I think he knows that much about basketball. He's one of my favorite. It's funny because like I reached out. I think we kind of reached out to each other like early on when he was starting on YouTube, and like we were both going on about the same pace, and he just took off. It was absurd. I'm like, whoa, and like, like it's just you just love seeing people like that. People who put the work in reap the rewards of it. Like, he's reaping the rewards of his hard work, and he like you can tell when you watch him, listen to him, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, bro. I mean, the thing about YouTube is like, I don't know what that.
All it takes is one video to go off for you to consistently make money. But if you remain consistent for a long time, you'll be fine. Who? Robel? Robel is sub-being coach guy. You can go check him out. He's one of the best he's one of the best YouTubers on the. He's one of the best basketball YouTubers on the platform.
You want to feel good about yourself?
Yeah.
Just go watch your first video.
And
then watch your last.
Oh, I do that all the time. My first video I made, I used the Wii Sports Resort music.
What?
I used it as part of my intro. I used to have this funny intro. The intro, I think it was like a mix of like when AJ Green and Jalen Ramsey got into a fight, when Bryce Harper got into a fight, and I think the final was when you ever see the video of Terrence Ross where he throws the basketball for a full court shot and he actually hits someone in the face. What's up, Jelly? How you doing?
Yeah, that's not.
What's up, Jelly? But YouTube. If you're doing it for money, you're not gonna make it. Like, you're not gonna last a week because you're not gonna make money instantly. It takes years to make money. I mean, it took years. Like, I think people with Mojo it took him a while, really, because I followed him from the beginning. Like, back when he used to put his face in the thumbnails. Did you ever see those videos? Go on his channel.
I saw you tweeted that.
Yeah. I'm doing good, Jelly. Yeah, but like, I was from the beginning. And I think like, he really took off around like 2018, 2019. It took him like a year and a half to like really pop off. Like, that's really, and he's another one of those guys. High personality. I think that's what really drives him. Is he has great personality, I sometimes question some of his basketball things, but he seems, but he overall knows his stuff.
He's mainly personality. He's just
fun guy. He's like, I've had him on my podcast. I've had him on for the redraft video I did with him. Just a fun person to talk with. Like, same with Rusty as well. They seem like and they're two people that don't seem to let like the subs get to them. Because I'm not gonna name people. I'm not gonna name people at all. But I'm not gonna name them. But there are people who have less subs than they do, like a lot less subs than they do. That have a lot bigger egos than they do.
Yeah, I don't give a damn about that.
It's like I'm just out here having fun, man. I don't care how many views my videos get. I'll be honest with you. Like if it gets 1,000 views, because like right now at this point in my channel, 1,000 views is the benchmark. Like that's like a milestone for me. Overall, I don't really care that much. Like as long as I'm consistently uploading and I'm consistently putting effort into what I do, I'm happy.
That's all you can do. You can't control the algorithm. I mean, I guess you can, but like
you can, but you look really shitty when you do it.
Yeah.
Like 800 hashtags in your video.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know the hashtag cheese.
Hashtag cheese.
I don't know that.
I hate people that do this. Like they put something unrelated, like an unrelated tag, to get views. And the algorithm's starting to pick up on that stuff more, which I'm happy about. But like you can't like make a video about like Grant Miller and then put like LeBron James' tag. It's just not how this works.
Also, YouTube algorithm, it rewards just timing. You just gotta pick the right time to record something. Like, and that also rewards like kind of crappy videos.
Oh, it does.
Like you could easily just get like.
You either have to upload during the week. You either have to upload like at like 3 o'clock or like really late at night. That's
what you said?
When you upload like during the week, like you either have to upload like at 3 o'clock or really late at night.
Yeah, I guess I can upload later. I just kind of.
I upload my uploads are because of quarantine. Like everyone's at home and stuff like that. So like I've been uploading at around like 12 o'clock. I think it's a good time.
I'll be real. Where I live, I mean, quarantine does not exist anymore.
It technically doesn't exist. It will exist soon again. But
I mean,
yeah, when the aliens come, the quarantine's going back up in place. It's gonna be like Rings. Not Rings, what was that movie with Mark Wahlberg about the aliens? Signs.
Dude, if the world ended, I would not be surprised.
Oh no, I wouldn't be shocked either. My parents are concerned when I said that. I'm like, oh no, I don't want the world to end, but I also wouldn't be shocked if it did end.
I mean, it's 2020. Anything can happen.
I can't wait. Do you see the thing I posted about the aliens? I posted a picture of Kevin Durant that my next chapter, I put an alien logo on his suit. And I said, "What's up, guys? It's my next chapter. Once the aliens comes, I'm joining them." I'm joining them.
Sure. I can't wait for basketball to be honest.
I can't wait. I have my concerns, but I can't wait as well.
I honestly think the world needs entertainment. I think they do.
I think the world needs right now. I think we need to hit a reset button.
That's true.
We need to hit that big reset button and start over again.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much basketball, like watching it every night meant.
I know, I did. But you learned.
So much free time. Because I watched the Sixers. I watched every game.
I try to watch every Celtics game. I can. There are nights I do miss it because like I'm tired when they're playing on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. Which is one reason I would like to move out to the West Coast eventually. So like there's never a late sports game. There's a 5 o'clock game, and then there's a 7 o'clock game. That's awesome. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm a night owl.
I am too. But during the school year, I can't because I'd have to get up at 5 o'clock to get ready to go to school.
Yeah. But even during school, I still.
In high school, I got up at 5 o'clock just so I could have some time to myself. Because school for me started in high school at 7 o'clock in the morning, so I stayed 2 hours to myself, basically. So I had 2 hours to get ready, do what I need to do. And then in college, my first class started at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I had to be about 4. So I would just sleep. I would go to bed early.
Bro, I hacked the system for senior year. I'm not even gonna lie, dude.
Yeah.
Just listen. I got out at 12. I got out at 12:29 like every day in the last like half of the school year because I had early leave and my lunch was the last lunch.
What did you do? Senior project?
Wait, what?
Did you do senior project? Because like I know kids in my school were leaving early because of senior project.
No,
I was just leaving school early. I was just skipping school by my senior year.
Yeah, I just left at 12:29 every day. It was so nice. Oh my god.
We didn't have. We got out at 2 o'clock though, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, but I remember like toward the end of the year, I would like leave at like 12:30. I would like make a fake dismissal note, and they would always. They knew it wasn't real, but they didn't care. So.
Yeah, I remember there was like a vice principal. I was walking in the hallway with my friend, and I was like, "Yo, you want to skip class and leave with me?" The vice principal was right behind us, and she didn't give a damn. We just laughed.
It's so funny because like my senior year, and we had graduation practice, which was after school because like there was a week we had in between our last class and graduation. So what happened was we had practice, and technically now we're done. Like we're gonna get diplomas, and like what happened was like so technically the school is on our time now when they schedule these practices. So we're in the middle of practice, and our gym, there's a hallway next to our gym that leads to the entrance in the back, and that's where we were practicing in. And what happened was there's an exit right next to the door to enter the gym. So we're walking down the hallway, getting ready to practice, and they had us in alphabetical order, and everyone dipped. Just left.
That's funny.
And they were wondering why a whole section of kids were missing. But like they were on our time at that point. Like we didn't have to show up to practice. We would get our diplomas anyway.
I know.
Graduation was so boring for me. Like I fell asleep during my graduation. My friend did not when we were getting.
Mine was so long because we have a lot of kids.
I will say the valedictorian in my class gave a great speech though. She talked about mental health and going to get help and why it's important that we bring this up as an issue and things like that. It was really good. And it was a lot better than the speech our superintendent gave.
Yeah, so that's the one thing I hope I can do like when I grow more. Because I like making videos on stuff like I made on Robert Covington.
Yeah. I like talking about it. I think that stuff needs to be brought to attention more, I'll be honest. Like
yeah,
like people are very insensitive to that stuff, and they need to be a lot more aware about the implications of what they say. But I remember graduation. The best part about graduation was the fact that my dad bear hugged me. Like that was the best part of it. And the cigar as well.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was funny because like half the kids started coughing and puking when they got the cigar. I didn't smoke it. I candy puffed mine because I don't smoke. Well, I don't smoke that.
Yeah, I don't even smoke, to be honest, anything.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I smoked weed, I would be lazy, and I'm pretty lazy.
I use it because like my body's a mess. I have back problems.
Yeah, I feel that.
I have I've been I told you I've been increasing my vertical and stuff. Like, I pulled a muscle during one of the drills, and stuff like CBD oil, stuff like that is a big help.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I would love it, but
Hey,
like,
it can make you lazy. Trust me, I end up finding people become lazy because of it. It hasn't really affected me too much, I'll be honest.
I mean, that's the thing.
So, but I don't do it all the time. I only do like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah. It affects everyone differently. That's the thing.
I wanna. I was talking with Rudy because you know Rudy, right?
Yeah.
So like, he showed me a picture of a box for a solid Bobcat ski. I'm like, why the hell do you have a solid Bobcat ski? Why the hell would you want that? And I said, because Rudy's a stoner, basically. And I said, why? I'm disappointed you didn't get a bong in that package. And then Rusty replied and said, there doesn't sound anything no, it sounds, there's nothing cooler than a Charlotte Bobcats branded bong. And I've been looking for one ever since. I would buy one. It's for the memes.
Do you, Rudy, and like all them like have like, you guys talk a lot?
Not like we used to. We used to have a big group chat that we all used to be in. But that kind of died out. I talk to them individually. Mojo individually, Rusty individually.
On Twitter, you guys interact a lot.
Yeah, on Twitter, like we interact a lot, but like I don't really talk to them like individually a lot. I think the one I do talk to the most is Rudy, because we all bully him. Which I'll be honest with you, like I don't. It's not like that. I actually like Rudy a lot. I have to thank a lot of my career for him. It's just we're just messing around. Like the fact that he's 5'6" and I could back him down, and I'm only 5'10". That says a lot. But he's a great guy.
It's just friends being friends, bro.
Like your best friends are the ones that you bully each other with. Let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, this generation now, like the kids growing up now, like I wonder if it's different. Like people are way more sensitive.
I know, but all my best friends are the ones we bully each other. I think it got to a point like my parents thought I hated some of my friends. I'm like, no, we always like that with each other.
By any chance, do you know the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast?
The Rights to Ricky Sanchez. I'll have to look that up. No, I don't.
It's a Sixers podcast. Rudy actually listens to it. It's hilarious, bro. But they do relationship advice, and we put like my friends like we just completely made up a story, and they actually read it. So like, it's even if I explain it, it wouldn't be funny because like it'd be funnier if you do the podcast. So I'm just not gonna explain it.
Yeah, I'll probably see if I can find that episode. The thing about like dating advice for me though is I never dated in high school. I'll be honest with you. Like, I just know who was interested in that stuff.
Yeah.
And things like that. Oh yeah, it's okay.
You want to hear my advice here?
Yeah. I do want to hear this.
Let's get some background info on The Rock. So, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Day one group in high school.
Yeah.
She broke up with me because I didn't care, supposedly, which is true. I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
I guess. And then I just kind of had things, you know. But then you kind of get tired of that, you know what I'm saying? So my advice is, if you vibe with a girl, go for it. Very simple.
I don't think I would vibe with any girl in high school, I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's any girl at all I would vibe like that with.
Because all of them are like very basic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's hard to find like a girl you can actually.
That's why I don't like consider. I wasn't even considering like stuff like that until college, because you get to just meet more girls and things like that.
What would you say?
It's just like I just wait till college, like to consider stuff
Yeah.
like that. I mean, it just doesn't. It doesn't appeal to. It never appealed to me in high school.
Yeah, it never appealed to me either. Like I was in a partier, so like
Every kid is like horny as hell in high school. Like there's no point in trying to date someone just because they're horny. like that's the problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you would find a lot of shit in my school about kids who.
And the thing is, if you ain't banging 5 girls a week in high school, you're not cool. You know. Like,
no, those people always end up the worst. Like.
Yeah. And they act like it's hard.
It's hard. I'm like, yeah, well, what if you get her pregnant? What if you get an STD?
They act like it's hard to get the girls, when in reality, the reason why the girls are hanging out with them is because they have the alcohol and they have the other stuff. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like, and for some reason, these kids think it's so cool to get girls. Like, they think it's hard, but in reality, you just got to be
be a D1 athlete.
Yeah.
That's all you got to be. All you really got to be is a D1 athlete. Be a D1 athlete.
And just be a dick, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I know so many girls who just get treated like shit, and they go back.
I never understood the whole chat look. Like I wore stuff. I didn't mind the look of obviously because like I wore stuff like Vineyard Vine and things like that, Patagonia, all that type of stuff in high school. But I never understood like the attitude, like the Chad Brad attitude. It never made sense to me.
I wore the same thing every day, to be honest.
Oh no! By my senior year, I was wearing pajamas to school. I legit was wearing pajama bottoms to school. Like I can see my senior year. I would dress up like every once in a while. Like there'd be days like I would, I would wear like something nice. But most of the time I was wearing like sweats, pajamas, like jeans, things like that. Always had shorts for gym. You never go wrong with that. I was wearing shorts in gym, like even when kids were wearing long, like like the trend where like people wear the shorts that went down to their knees.
Yeah.
Like I was wearing shorts even back then.
No, the thing is, you gotta wear the shorts just a little above the knees. You know
I like those short shirts. Short shirts give you superpowers. I swear, I saw better from 3 while wearing short shirts than they were wearing regular shorts. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, how short are we talking?
Like,
are the thighs showing?
You probably own compression underwear, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like maybe like 2 or like an inch or 2 longer than that.
Oh yeah, that's the way.
That's the way.
That's
like, either that or you gotta roll them up. Either that, you gotta roll them up.
Like I'm fine with wearing like shorts that go over my knees, but like if I'm talking about being the most comfortable, it's definitely that.
Like like an inch under the compressions, then you probably like an inch under your underwear.
Like the most comfortable spot.
Like some thigh showing, not all thigh though, but some thigh is showing. I can go full thigh. I don't mind that look either, but like I have to wear like if I'm wearing a longer suit, it has to be like somewhat covering the thigh. If I'm wearing like a tight suit though, I don't care about where the thigh is. As long as you don't see your underwear, I'm cool. That's basically what I say.
Yeah.
That's basically
Yeah, you got any? What's your advice for girls?
Girls, just don't date someone because you're horny. That's my best advice I can give you. Like you're never gonna go anywhere because of that.
Yeah. Like I've been hanging out with someone recently, and I'm like, what the fluff? I actually enjoy talking here.
I know. You just gotta find someone you vibe with. If you don't vibe with them. Also, you can't find someone that like you have everything in common with. Like, I would date someone who watches basketball, but like they had to have other things that we don't have in common. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like she would have to be like a cat person, and I'm a dog person. Like she could have to be a cat person and something like that. Because like
Yeah, cats
having, because like if you don't have anything, if you have everything in common with them, there's never going to be an interesting conversation.
It's not gonna work, bro.
It's not. And my mom and dad, they've been together for like 25 years now, and they have little to nothing in common. But it's worked.
It's literally just about the vibe.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. It's all about the vibe. How the hell did we get here?
I don't know, but we got here. It was fun though. It is. Yeah, it is. But
it's always good to talk.
I know it is just about the dirty laundry, about your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. People probably find out I smoke now. People find out I smoke. People find out about your dating life, and I'm actually gonna wrap it up now. This is 12 o'clock.
Yeah, Chad, I have a kid on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I have 5 kids, by the way. Just leaving that out there. None of them know I exist on some Cole Malone shit. But yeah. I'm gonna end the stream now. Thank you guys for coming through. It was a lot of fun. I know we went in 2 parts because of the audio error. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I plan on doing this more. Again, I don't have a set schedule for these. I just plan on doing them whenever I feel like it. So maybe you'll get one tomorrow. You probably won't because I do plan on spending tomorrow night working on a lot of videos. So yeah, this like, subscribe, comment. Well, maybe not comment, but like, subscribe. Subscribe to Romp as well. And yeah, have a nice night, guys. Or have a good morning because it's 12 o'clock. Yep, we are ending the stream.